Hi. It's been a while since I've given you an update on the state of Trinity, so I want to share with you today 5 things going on here at Trinity. First of all, let me just say you are amazing. We just had our annual Faith in Action Day, and it was different. Normally we have hundreds of people together in one day, together putting their faith into action, and this year we had hundreds of people, but doing it more as individuals or families. And yet, what a response. We put together over 90 smile bags for children in crisis. 150 coats were gathered for people in need. Over 4,000 pounds of food donated to the Crete Food Pantry. Just amazing. And 2 weeks ago, we had a bunch of people in a caravan driving for over 3 hours, delivering candy to children for a reverse trick or treat. And out in our community, we have this blessing box, which has small pantry items for people in the community. Multiple times a week, we've had to restock that. Obviously, there's a need in the community, and we're meeting that need. And you may not believe this, but actually, our worship attendance is up. When you add together our in-person worship and those who are watching live on Facebook and those who are watching on YouTube, more people are hearing God's word right now than were a year ago. How amazing that is. Which brings me to my second point, is that we have been blessed to be a blessing to others. And here I'm talking financially. People have asked, how Trinity is doing financially, and I'll say it's okay. Back when the shutdown occurred earlier this year, a lot of people switched to the digital giving. Our offerings actually increased slightly from what they had been. But now in the last few weeks or so, they're below what they had been slightly. So they're okay. 2 areas where we are definitely down is in building maintenance, which pays for the physical upkeep, but also missions. Remember, missions is our support to our church body as they train called workers and support missions here in the United States and around the world. Oh, and a lot of people have asked about these offering envelopes that get mailed. If you've switched completely to digital offering and you don't want to get these envelopes anymore, just call the church office, 708-672-8125. Let us know and we'll stop having those shipped to your house. The third thing I want to talk about is how we have been blessed to be a blessing to others, and here it's safety-wise. In these days of COVID-19, so much has changed. It's a time of stress. Things seem like they've been taken away from us, and things change. When it comes to planning things here at church, whether it's worship or ministry, it takes so much more time and effort to do what was so simple before. And so let me just say thank you for your patience and understanding with that. You know how it is. You make these plans and things change, and then you have to plan all over again. And so when it comes to worship specifically, 3 things are still key, right? We ask you to register ahead of time, wear the masks, and maintain that social distancing. And of course, you can register for worship on our website, trinitycrete.org, or if you want to call the church office, 672-8125 to register, please do that. But one thing, if you register for a worship service and then something comes up and you can't come, please call the church office to cancel that reservation. That way those spots become available and open for someone else. The fourth thing I want to talk about is, if you've been around Trinity for a few years, something you might be very familiar with. Trinity has always been a congregation that makes plans for the future and only by God's blessings strives to carry out those plans. Our current ministry plan, we call it Trinity 2020, is going to be done in a month. 2020 is almost over. And so it's time to lay the groundwork, lay the foundation for the next long-range ministry plan. You know, you look at the last few decades, and Trinity has been blessed tremendously through these ministry plans. This ministry center was built because of one. Staff has been added. Personal member ministry was started. Blended worship. Technology improvements, which now allows half of our congregation to worship online. So many blessings through these plans. And so now it's time to dream. Time to look to the future. And so to lay that foundation as we start this process, our lead consultant, Elton Stroh, will lead us through a workshop entitled Responding to Today's Realities. This workshop will be Saturday, November 21st. But because of the COVID restrictions, we're going to have only elected leaders here at Trinity in person and the rest participating through Zoom. So I want all of you to be part of this, teenagers included. The workshop is Saturday, November 21st from 8:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. And then the fifth and final thing I want to talk about is Christmas. You know, like so much in 2020, things are not what we want them to be. I cannot tell you how many hours and how much work has been put into figuring out how we can have in-person Christmas Eve worship. You know, just for a regular Sunday, we're doing more than we ever have before, with about half as many people making it happen. This last Sunday alone, for different reasons, we are one person away from not having worship streamed online. And for another different reason, we're one person away from not having anything on the screens for the people there to participate in worship. It is going to be hard, but we are going to have in-person Christmas Eve worship. We're going to have 4 different services at 3 o'clock, 4, 5, and 6. The service will be about 45 minutes long, and yes, we will end by singing Silent Night. Now, all the things for normal service apply, so we ask you to sign up ahead of time, wear the masks, and maintain social distancing. And of course, we will have a digital online presence so that you can share this and you can be a blessing to others as you share what Christmas is all about. Thank you for these minutes of giving you an update on things here at Trinity. I pray God continue to bless us so that we can be that blessing to others. Thank you.